Hi, my presentation is on public transportation systems worldwide. Okay, so I'm going to talk about some of the places that have one of the best public transport systems in the world. Copenhagen, Denmark is one of them. The public transportation system there is very reliable, punctual, and it takes you everywhere. It includes trains, metros, buses, and also water buses that can be accessed with the same ticket. All you need to know is how many zones you will pass on your journey. The metro will also take you from the airport to central Copenhagen in only 20 minutes. Berlin, Germany is one of the other places that has one of the best public transport systems in the world. It has a huge underground network called the U-Bahn that covers 132 kilometers of the city. This underground system runs trains every 2 to 5 minutes at a rush hour. The public transportation system in Paris includes RER trains to Paris's suburbs, buses in the city, plus a bicycle program that gives users a bike ride from one section of town to another. Also, this metro system is 110 years old. Hong Kong, China. Approximately 90% of all travel there is done via mass transit. The system there takes 7 million riders a day through its 175-kilometer long network with trains that are known to run on time no matter what. The mass transit system railway also offers a 3G network coverage for phones and computers. This shows the best public transportation systems around the world, and of course, New York is one of them. New York offers over 660 miles of coverage across the city, express services that run on separate tracks from local trains, and it runs 24 hours a day, every day of the year. Another place is London. It is also referred to as the London Tube. It is the oldest in the world as well as the longest, but it does not run for 24 hours and it has a 250 miles of track. Tokyo is also one of them. The subway system alone is the most used in the world, averaging 8 million passengers a day. But also, this does not run 24 hours and it has a 193 miles track. Even though public transportation is one of the best modes of transportation, it may not be the most popular one. This map shows how many people prefer cars, bikes, and public transportation. By looking at this map, we can see that most people prefer cars over any other mode of transportation. But public transportation is the second most preferred mode of transportation, and bike is the third. Cars are the most popular mode of transportation, and it's mostly because they're really convenient. The main advantage of cars is pure convenience, and cars are ideal on short trips where you need to transport lots of objects, such as when you go shopping, or on long trips if you have a lot of luggage to carry. Most trips in the United States are made in private motor vehicles. More than 95% of all U.S. households have a motor vehicle. The U.S. government also encourages the use of cars and trucks by paying 90% of the costs of limited access high-speed interstate highways across the country. And that's also the reason why people travel on cars a lot. And one of the other reasons is that people prefer to travel on their own private mode of transportation rather than like public mode of transportation, if that makes sense. But public transportation has made a modest comeback in some cities. One of the most popular forms of public transport for short journeys is the bus, and it's because it's really cheap. The buses often have routes which cover most roads, especially shopping centers and workplaces, and that makes them really convenient for people to travel on. The third most popular form of transport is train. This is a popular form of transport for both long and short journeys. On short journeys, trains tend to run slower with a stop in each town, but on longer journeys, they're faster and the stops are only at some stations on the main line. And these are my sources.